what's up, my people? It's your boy Audio Monkey, and once again, I'm gonna be showing you how I made this beat. This is another one of my instructional videos, and I'm gonna go right into it. I'm gonna show you all the drums, all the instruments, and pretty much the arrangements on these beats. And let's get right into it. So, first things first. I started out with the drums, and I went through a bunch of drum loops, Amapiano drum loops I have, and some Amapiano sounds I have basically, and I kind of liked this particular drum loop. So I knew I was going to build on that, and for me it was quite, once I knew that I was comfortable with this, I just decided to go with this instrument that I really like. It's called Smack, and it's called Smack actually, but it's a VST from Contact that gives you like different clap sounds. Really nice, natural sounding. So I layered this on. I layered that on the original drum loop, and we have something like sounds like this. So once I had that, I knew that okay, nice, this is a nice bounce. And basically all I had to just do once I had those two things was just keep on building the beat. And the next thing I did was to put this bass sound, and let me play it out alone. So yeah, it's a really heavy analog type of sound, analog bass, and it's from Serum, obviously. Let me see what bank it's from. Yeah, so this is a bank that contains pretty much just Reese basis sounds. So if you want to copy it, like, you can get this particular bank and check out the sounds in it. So once I had that bass sound, I really liked what I was hearing, and I started working on the melodies, right? So after this, I decided to drop these two samples right here. Okay, this one first. Solo it alone. So this is what it sounds like alone, and yeah, I put that, and I put this tremolo. This is pretty much the same tremolo effect I use, like, my Amapiano beats. I just take it out and I stretch it out, and I fit it to the tempo, because the tempo of this project is 113 BPM. The tempo for Amapiano is usually like anywhere between 100 and, let's say, 10 or 108 to like 115, so that's usually like what range it's in. So guys, when I did all this, I knew that okay, beat is getting it's coming together. So I just started adding more stuff. I put some vocal chops. Like, it's always important to put these vocal chops when you're making this South African Amapiano GQOM style of music. Like, this is so basically these are vocal samples, and I just use them like one shot instruments, and I just put them like I layer it all around the whole beats. But you might not hear it, so like it's not so loud, so you might not really hear, but it adds to the bounce of the beat. So I'm gonna play it with all the other instruments I've already shown you earlier. So as you can hear, guys, it's actually there. And on this particular sample, I put some delay on it, so it just has a nice effect feel. I just put some, I think it's like 4-step delay, and I chopped out the really low ends of that sample. So that was how I got that vibe, And of course, I have a whole lot of effects in this beat, right from the beginning, right from like the first 4 bars. I have effects like risers and everything coming in. So that is really critical in Afro beats, Amapiano, GQOM, like every style of African music these days, African pop music. You need to put effects like these in your beats, because it helps transition the beats, and it helps just makes it sound nice on really nice speakers and in the clubs and stuff like that. So that's why you use all these effects. So I'm gonna play the beat right now, and we're gonna move to this part. This part is the intro, the first 8 bars, and then we move into what is structured like a verse and a pre-hook. You might call it a pre-hook or whatever. And then we have 16 bars of the log drum section. So before I go to that part, I'm going to go through this part and this part. I'm going to go through this part now, actually, which is like the verse, but I want to play it all from here. So let's take a listen, guys. So sorry to cut it once again, but I just need to show you guys all these effects right here. Like, so I have this. And this is like a random sound I just saw in a pack, and I just put it like on the beats straight up. So that's how I did that. And so going to the verse and the pre-hook now, we have this. So this particular instrument right here is the instrument I introduce at the pre-hook, and it's from Serum once again. Now, guys, see, Serum is one of my best VSTs, like hands down. Like it's just one of the best VSTs out there, guys. So it has a lot of mad sounds, and I just layered these chords, and I chopped them, make them really small, like so they just hit, and there's not a lot of sustain on them. Like I chopped out all the like tails and everything, so it just pops in and out. But I now put the reason I did it like that is so that I can have a more bouncy feel, because it's like an upbeat track, and I put some delay on it, so I want to show you what the effects look like. So guys, that's basically it, and that's it for the verse. So now we're gonna go into this part, this really interesting part right here, which is the log drum section. I'm gonna play that, and then I'm gonna show you what the log drums look like, and we're gonna wrap it up from there. Sorry for the crackling, guys. Honestly, it's crazy. So now I'm gonna show you the log drums, and it's quite interesting. So let me just play it out alone, and then you can see it. So as you can see, guys, to get that really gritty, nasty sound from the log drums, there's a trick to it, and it's basically you chop down the notes, make it really tiny like this, and when you do that, it gives you that really gritty sound. Then let's see what it sounds like alone. It sounds softer here, but if you listen to this part, it sounds like really, almost sounds kind of distorted. And when you layer it with the same notes of a higher octave, then it gives you this vibe. So the textures are different, guys, and I want you to like pay attention so you can really get what I'm trying to say. So this is how it sounds normally, and this is how it sounds when you chop it down like really small, and when you layer it, it sounds like this. So that's an interesting way to give your log drums a unique variation when you're programming the sequence. So it sounds really cool. I did a unique pattern for the second because it's 16 bars. So the first 8 bars I did it normal log drum pattern. Then the second 8 bars I did a different variation, and I'm gonna play that one now. So guys, it's really that simple. Yeah, and I'm gonna show you how I did the effects. Basically, I just put a compressor on it and I boosted it, and I put some light reverb, just about 16%. But I always I put reverb on my instruments a lot because it makes it sound more natural, and it just gives it more space, kind of. It gives the beat, it makes the beat sound better spaced. So the trick is not put so much, but to just experiment with it, kind of. Don't put so much reverb where it's noticeable for people that are listening, but kind of put it in such a way that you feel it, and it makes the music sound better and smoother. So that's the idea behind that, basically. And so I think, okay, let me just go through that section one more time together. As you can see here, guys, I have some sort of, I would say, like a fill before the log drum section comes in, and I have different variations of different fills at different parts of the beat. At this part, which is the intro, down to this part, these are all different effects. And the reason why I put all these effects is so that it makes the beat transition in a smooth manner. So you don't just start a beat and let the beat play through with the same loops all over and all over again. Like, you need to introduce effects and introduce things that are gonna make it, unconsciously, it's gonna make the listener know that, okay, the beat is changing, or the beat is moving from this part to this part. It also helps the singer. Also, it helps them build momentum better, and it helps them vibe better on the beats. So this is what this one sounds like. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how I made this beat. The only part left is this part, which is like the bridge and the outro. So let's listen to what the bridge sounds like. Basically, for the bridge, I just put the tremolo effect, and I put the respace sound, and I just put some other things there. Okay, so apparently I didn't show you guys these whistles, and that's my bad. I have 2 different whistles that come in at the second 8 bars in the log drum section, and they just add a little spice to the beat. You feel me? Just makes it sound nice. Like, it's a common vibe. It's a common vibe in South African music. I mean, I'm not South African, but I am like deep into South African music. I've always been into GQOM, Amapiano, and I listen to a lot of salty guys from way back. So there's a whole lot of South African influences in Nigerian music and in Afro beats. So that's why I can just make this kind of vibe, even though I don't come from South Africa originally. So there's the whistles, and they sound like this together. So as you can see, guys, I'm showing you my effects, and it's nothing crazy, man. Like, I don't do go crazy effects. Like, dudes love to do the most, but it's really not about stacking up a lot of irrelevant effects. Like, your job as a producer is to get the music going and to get music that sounds good and nice. So once you have that, that's it. You understand? So equalization, compression, delay, and reverb. Those are key effects that you should probably be using most of the time. And stereo separation, of course, these are effects that help to basically make the beat sound clean, loud, and make it sound good. So the hook, the bridge section comes, and then we have the outro. So these last two instruments are one from Contact, and this is relatively new bank. Ignition Keys has a lot of retro sounding, old school synth kind of thing, like 90s type of synths, 80s type of synths, but really cool. Has a lot of nice stuff, and so I just use that to make this sound here. Yeah, and I have this. So guys, it's quite simple really. The key is knowing how to arrange everything together, make it sound good together. That's the key with all these Amapiano, Niger type of beats and everything. So guys, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you learned a couple of things and hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you liked it, if you have some comments, suggestions, just let me know in the comments, and let me know what kind of beats you want me to do next. But guys, now Afro beats, Afro beats or salty, that's my vibe right now. I'm not really gonna be doing too much of hip hop like I used to in the past, because I'm not just feeling that vibe like I used to anymore anyways. But that's just by the way. So let me know what you think, guys, and I want to hear suggestions from you guys. So till we meet again, guys, take it easy.